Ever wish there was a place to save money, eat well, and help others? Here's how it works. See a deal you like? Click buy now and your deal card will be emailed to you. Print your deal card from your email. Then bring your card with you to redeem your deal. Try great new restaurants. Check out trendy new bistros and cafes. And check out tasty new bakeries.
Taste This Deal saves you money while you help others.
5 to 20% of every purchase goes to the charity of the week.
Taste This Deal features daily deals, shows past deals, and upcoming deals to look forward to. You can visit them at www.tastethisdeal.com.
Our exclusive monthly partner is I Run Mommies. Visit them at irunmommies.com.
You know, the thing is, it happens so much, and I know everybody out there has the same dealings with people. Mm-hmm. And you know, don't let people do that to you, because if they're going to be that way from the start, guess what? They're going to be that way through the whole job, and I guarantee you, they're not going to be satisfied. No. I'm just telling you.
No. Mm-mm. Well, and that's something too. Like, you know, we say custom monster, but you know, there's a huge difference between a custom monster and a bad customer, because a bad customer is usually maybe someone that had a bad day, shall we say?
Well, and I've been a bad customer before.
Oh,
I know Leah has.
Yeah. Well, we all have. I mean, you know, you think about something that happens and that day just keeps getting worse, and it's a snowball, and then all of a sudden you just lash out at somebody. I mean, it happens. But like a custom monster is the word in itself. You literally think monster.
Well, they cannot be pleased.
Mm-hmm.
There's, you know, no matter what you do, and I always say, I mean, with a true custom monster, if I was to go out there and give them a price and do their job for them, all they would say to me probably whenever I got through was, why did it take you so long? Even if I did it for free.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how they are. You cannot please them.
It's just how it is.
And they're, you know, and I also always say that once a custom monster, always a custom monster. But if you're going to be a custom monster, you're going to be a custom monster at the gym. You're going to be one at the grocery store. You're going to be one at the movie theater. You're going to be one to your plumber, to the electrician. It doesn't make any difference. You're going to be a custom monster to everybody, because usually, in my way of thinking of this, there's no joy in their life. I mean, usually the people that I see like this, and I hate to, you know, I don't want to get a soapbox for preaching about this, but they're just miserable people. Yeah. And or they take so much joy in being a custom monster. And I've got
that
actually,
happens too. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and share this. You remember whenever I was sitting at Bob Evans?
Oh.
You remember that story?
Yes.
I was sitting at Bob Evans, and I'm sitting there by myself in a booth, and I'm eating, and I'm enjoying my food, and I'm listening to this guy behind me. There's two men, and they're older. That's pretty old if you're older than me, but they're older, and so I'm sitting there listening to them, and of course, they have to speak real loud because they can't hear each other. You know, so
it was scary.
Yeah, so they're talking overly loud, and I'm listening to them. And this one gentleman who seems to do most of the talking, and the other one just kind of likes to laugh and agree and thinks that's funny and, oh, what a great guy he is. But he's telling these different stories about how he's gotten over on, you know, some contractors. And one of them was about a young man who was a plumber. And he even set the story up, and he said, you know, this young guy, he came to me and I wanted some work done. He said, you know, I'm brand new in the business, but I have my license. You know, I am a licensed plumber. You know, and I mean, he said, you know, the kid had, you know, a wife and a new kid, and, you know, all these expenses and everything. And this man was boasting to the fact that he hired him, and then whenever he got through with the job, he whittled this kid down so much. I mean, like half price. I think he said it was a $5,000 job, and he finally ended up paying him $2,500. And, you know, here was a guy starting a business.
Wow.
And this older, and I'm not going to say gentleman because he wasn't a gentleman, but this older man was sitting here whittling this young kid down that had already said he had a wife and a kid at home,
right,
starting a new business, and he wants to get him down to $2,500, and he keeps complaining so much that the kid finally took the $2,500. And he's bragging about it. It made me sick.
That's ridiculous.
So here's what else happened. I'm sitting here eating my food, and I'm listening to this, and I'm just fuming. I mean, I just know there's this smoke coming out of my ears, and he's the man right in behind me. And so the waitress comes up about halfway through their meal, and you know, guess what? The first thing out of her mouth is, she says, how's everything doing? And she was my waitress too. How's everything going? And he said, well, the eggs aren't cooked right, and the toast is the toast is dry and all this other stuff. And she literally, I mean, she was a young girl, and she literally looked at him and innocently she said, "Well, sir, looks like you ate everything." And then he'd eaten most of it. And, good for her.
Yeah.
But he complained so much, she had to get the manager over there, and they gave him his food free. Custo monster.
Ridiculous. So he's bragging about the fact that he took off money from this other guy that's sitting there doing all this work for him.
$2,500.
And then he fails to get his meal for free.
And then they brag about it after the fact. Well, needless to say, whenever I got up, I gave him a little piece of my mind. And I also told the manager, after he told him that he was going to give him his food for free, exactly the story that he told me, and that he was laughing because he said, "Watch this, I'm going to get my food free." And then I stood up and told the man, you're pitiful, is what I told him in so many words.
Did you give him a Business Beware card? Because I hope you did.
I should have, a little sticker we have, I should have put it on his forehead.
Custom monster. Brand them.
So anyway, we got a good
Wow.
show, and coming up next is going to be Stuck on Stupid. We'll be right back.